Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Atak, a professor of psychology. For years, I've worked with people struggling with anxiety, self-doubt, and the pressure of performing in social situations. And something I've learned is this. Most of what we call social anxiety isn't random. It comes from a chain reaction of beliefs that quietly fire off in the background. I call these the 5 dominoes. Just like a row of dominoes, once the first belief gets knocked over, the rest fall in order. And suddenly you go from feeling fine to spiraling into worry, overthinking, and panic. But here's the good news. If you can catch even one of these dominoes, you can break the entire chain. So let's walk through them, because once you understand these, social situations stop feeling like emotional minefields. The first domino is the belief. Something is wrong with me. Most people who feel uncomfortable socially carry this hidden fear. Maybe you think you're awkward, boring, not attractive enough, not smart enough, or that your anxiety will expose you. These fears usually fall into 3 areas: social skills, appearance, or visible anxiety symptoms like blushing, shaking, or losing your words. And here's the honest truth. Almost everyone worries about these things at some point. You're not alone. And these concerns are far more common than you think. The second domino is, people will notice. This is where the spotlight effect kicks in. The feeling that every tiny flaw is highlighted for everyone to see. But research is very clear. We overestimate how noticeable our imperfections are by nearly double. There's too much information in any social moment for everyone to track everything about you. What feels huge to you is usually invisible to others. Our emotions also trick us. When we're nervous, we assume others can see our internal state. That's the illusion of transparency. But most of what you think is obvious isn't. Then comes the third domino. They'll judge me. Even if someone did notice something about us, we assume they'll think negatively about it. But people are far more accepting than we imagine. What you consider a flaw, someone else might appreciate, find endearing, or not care about at all. Many traits we fear being judged for, like shyness, sensitivity, or even blushing, can actually make others perceive us as more genuine and trustworthy. We're terrible mind readers, and we tend to project our own harsh self-judgments onto other people. But most people simply don't judge as hard as we think they do. The fourth domino is, if they judge me, I'll be rejected. This is the emotionally painful leap our minds make. But perfection isn't what draws people in. Authenticity does. Research shows that people who reveal their flaws and vulnerabilities are often liked more, not less. It's not the flaw itself, it's the honesty. We don't bond through perfection. We bond through humanity. And even if someone doesn't respond the way we hope, it doesn't mean everyone will react that way. There are plenty of people who are kind, accepting, and warm. Your insecurity doesn't erase your strengths. And finally, the fifth domino. If I get rejected, I won't be able to handle it. This is the belief that makes social anxiety feel unbearable. But rejection, even though it hurts, is survivable. In fact, people who have experienced more of it tend to become more resilient. Rejection isn't a statement about your worth. It's simply information. This wasn't the right fit. When you build tolerance for rejection, social anxiety loses its foundation. You stop fearing the fall of the last domino, and that prevents the first one from ever being knocked down. So let's put it all together. What you fear may not show. If it shows, people may not notice. If they notice, they may not judge. If they judge, it may not lead to rejection. And even if you're rejected, you can handle it. You can survive it. You can grow from it. Understanding this chain and loosening even one of these beliefs can dramatically change the way you experience social situations. See you next video. Subscribe, please.